Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jason from LeakDroid.com and I am here to review the HTC Droid Incredible. Now this is going to be Verizon's fourth Android phone. Is it the best of the bunch? Yes, definitely is. Is it the best Android phone available in the US? I don't know. But we're going to dig a little deeper, take a closer look, and find out what the Droid Incredible is all about. So here's the Droid Incredible. 3.7-inch glass capacitive touchscreen. As you can see, the cool red accent on the earpiece there makes it stand out nicely. Familiar Android buttons on the bottom, the home, menu, back, and search buttons. And the new feature here is the optical trackpad. It's actually an optical joystick is what they're calling it. But it is clickable. It's a button. You can hear it. It clicks. Totally flat, as you can see, and it's to replace the trackball, and it's kind of a nice addition. Whether depends on how much you use it, if you use the trackball or not. But you can pretty much take care of everything on the screen. But it is nice to either navigating a bunch of links or any kind of small movements or something you want to do. It's there when you need it, so it's pretty cool. On the left side, the USB jack, and up top the volume up and down rocker. 3.5mm headphone jack and the power button on the top, and nothing on the right side, nothing at all. Now the back is where this thing really gets interesting. The design, HTC says, is inspired by racing design, like race car design. So it's got this kind of like three-tier molded, wrapped design, like wrapping a race car or something like that. And it's cool, and it doesn't add too much depth or thickness to the phone. It's still really thin. As you can see, this is a pretty thin phone still. But it's kind of cool. It makes the phone stand out and sets it apart a little bit. HTC's got their little shiny logo, and the camera, as you can see, is red around the camera. Two dual flash LED modules and the speaker grill right there. Design-wise, probably the coolest thing about this phone is if you crack the case open, you can see that the back of it is like bright red, like bright fire engine race car red. This thing is bright, and it's pretty cool. Now, I mean, you don't spend too much time opening and closing, your case, but it's there, and it's kind of cool. And the like you can see the camera as you put it back on. The camera pokes through. So people will definitely know that you have the Incredible with that shiny red fire engine red background on the back. And with the speaker grill being red and everything, adds a nice little accent to the phone, which is pretty cool. Now, hardware wise, we got to talk about the hardware on this guy. 1 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. Thing absolutely flies. I mean, this is the second generation, I guess, really, of Android hardware. And I mean, it just absolutely smokes everything else. So let's fire this guy up and see what the Incredible is all about. So fire up, you see the lock screen, shows your network, time, date, all that good stuff right there on the home screen. Swipe down to unlock, and there you go. And you can see the fog rolling in. That's because it's foggy and rainy here in Alexandria, Virginia. HTC Sense gives you this weather widget gives you, up-to-date weather and time based on your location, and it's a cool thing when you unlock the phone. It gives you a report of basically a quick, like, little unobtrusive report of what the weather is. So if it's raining, there's like raindrops, and there's a windshield wiper that goes across the screen. It's kind of cool. But it's foggy right now. It says cloudy, and you can see the clouds just roll through, which is kind of cool. Nice eye candy. HTC Sense. Now this is the custom UI that HTC is built on top of Android. This phone runs Android 2.1. This thing out of the box, Android 2.1, the newest version, and it's absolutely just so fast. The 1 GHz Qualcomm, the Snapdragon, I mean, that thing makes such a huge difference. You can see, I mean, Sense has 7 home screens, and like this thing just literally like whips, like doesn't even have to wait. I mean, there's no waiting, there's no lag. Like, the thing is super quick. HTC has also implemented this function called Leap, which basically you just pinch on the home screen and it gives you an overview of all 7 of your home screens. So if you're on like the leftmost home screen, you just pinch and you want to get to the right, it's super quick, rather than like swipe. I mean, not that swiping is slow, but pinch and tap is probably faster than, well, I know it's faster than swiping through all the 5 screens in the middle, which is kind of cool. Also, It has the familiar HTC Sense app tray, not the 3D app tray that like the Nexus 1 has or the other Android 2.1 devices. So, you know, I mean, it's HTC Sense. They're going to stick with their interface and you know, their eye candy and stuff like that. But I mean, everything else it is the same. As far as Sense goes, you know, they have updated a lot of things. There's a new car panel app, which basically just gives you access to the quickest, you know, your most used apps that you might need in the car. Footprints, which is like the geotagging, to geotag your photos, so you can save the location info and stuff in your photos that you take of, like, you know, monuments or when you're traveling and stuff. Navigation, which will quickly take you to Google Maps for navigation. It'll get your location. I'm inside, so it'll probably take longer than I want it to take right now. That was kind of quick. Voice search, view map, search, and make a call. So you can do those things real quick. This thing fires up when you connect your Bluetooth headset, or if you know, dock it in a car kit or something. It's kind of nice. What else we got in the new Sense? New desk clock. So if you want to replace your you know, your alarm clock, you can have a new desk clock. Works both in portrait and landscape modes. So you can, you know, if you have, there will be a dock available. So when you get a dock, you just toss it in the dock and you have a new desk clock, good to go, a new alarm clock. And here you go, you can see HTC's done a lot of eye candy customizations, so everything is in color now. You can see the stopwatch and the world clock. You know, this stuff used to be like smaller icons, and they used to all be just black and white, and now they're, you know, they've improved the platform, and, you know, they're tweaking it, and the eye candy is, you know, that's the big thing. Everyone wants more eye candy, right? So they're obliging. HTC's obliging us. FM radio works great. You can see this error message now because it only works if you have a headset plugged in, which I guess it makes sense, whatever. But you know, maybe they'll unlock it someday. But you plug it in, headset works. You can scan. So if you're a local radio fan, that's a pretty cool app. It works pretty well. Front Stream. Actually, let's go to the Front Stream widget. Now this is new. Now HTC Sense integrates your contacts with all your social networks. So like if you're on Facebook or if you're on Twitter, it will integrate that. And Front Stream basically just aggregates all that stuff into just one area. It's just one stream. So you can have all your friends' Facebook updates and Twitter updates just all on one screen. Easily scrollable lists. You know, you can see what's going on either on Facebook or Twitter in one place. You can post to both. You know, you could tab out a little message, and you can select which network you want to send it to, both at once or just one or the other, which is kind of nice. And I think it probably also integrates with maybe Picasa for your photos and stuff like that. HTC, what else we got in here? The music widget is the same as before. Favorites widget, so you can have access to your favorite contacts in here. And as you can see, it syncs up their Facebook pictures and stuff, their profile pictures with your contacts, with your address book. HTC's messaging widget, you know, pretty standard stuff. Now they have these things called scenes, which if you're familiar, then you already know what these are. But they're basically, you know, you can customize your phone. You have 7 screens, but you really have more than that because you can, you know, have all different types of screens. Say, let's pick the social scene. And I didn't want to save that because I had already saved it. So a whole new screen, new clock. I mean, you can have a new wallpaper. Oh, this has a new wallpaper already. See, there's a Twitter widget and the mail widget, a different clock. You have some favorites and a different scrollable, you know, a single bar, some more, you know, desktop icons, the messaging widget, and a blank page. So, I mean, scenes is a great feature. Just go back to my default scene, and as you can see, like, this thing switches scenes so fast, it's like ridiculously quick. It's nice. Now there's my wallpaper, it came back. So HTC Sense, I mean, really nice. The new features are great. It's so super fast. And I want to say that HTC, I have a Nexus 1, and I don't know if they've done software optimizations for Sense or whatever, but like, I mean, it is so fast. I mean, switching to the home screens, I gotta say, it's faster than on the Nexus 1. I mean, they've definitely done some optimizations. Like, it's crazy quick. It's really of course, Google Maps, pre-installed, navigation, everything works really well on this phone. This is a great phone. This is probably the best Android phone out there on the market. I will just go ahead and say that right now. I know it seems like every review or we do is like, oh, this is the new best Android phone on the market. Well, that's how, I mean, that's how quickly the platform is evolving, honestly. Like, this phone is on a whole new level from that first gen hardware.